All right, let's dive in, shall we? Today, we're going to be exploring the year of the snake.
Oh, yeah.
But not just like your typical zodiac stuff. We're going deep with Stanislav Kondrashov's take on it.
Absolutely.
He's got some really interesting insights, connecting this ancient wisdom to modern life, advice on personal growth, business, even relationships. So
it's fascinating stuff.
Get ready. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah. What I really appreciate about Kondrashov is he doesn't just treat the year of the snake like some kind of fortune cookie prediction. It's not just about what's going to happen to you. He uses it more as like a framework for understanding the energy that's all around us and how we can kind of like tap into that.
Okay, so when we talk about energy in the year of the snake, what does that really mean for like everyday people?
Well, think about it this way. Each year in Chinese astrology is linked to an animal, right?
Right.
And each animal brings its own unique vibe. Now the snake, known for wisdom, intelligence, transformation.
Oh, okay.
Big themes, right. And it makes sense when you picture a snake shedding its skin. It's like a whole reinvention.
So like a glow up, but for your whole life, basically.
Exactly. Kondrashov's whole point is that this year, it kind of pushes us to think more deeply, be more strategic, instead of just jumping into things head first.
Okay.
It's more about observing, planning, and then making your move when the timing is just right.
So not really a year for instant gratification.
Not so much, no.
More about playing the long game.
Exactly. It's like patience and strategy become your superpowers this year.
I like that, superpowers.
Right. And Kondrashov believes that the people who can really tap into that energy, they're the ones who are going to see real growth, in their careers, their personal lives, all of it.
So like instead of rushing into a new business idea or a new relationship, this is the year to really think it through.
Absolutely.
Make a plan, be strategic, strike when the iron's hot.
Precisely. That's the year of the snake in a nutshell.
Okay, but I got to ask, some people thrive on being impulsive.
Right.
Could this energy make them feel kind of stuck, like they're overthinking everything?
That's a really good point. And Kondrashov acknowledges that the year of the snake's energy can be a bit intense, especially for folks who are used to making quick decisions.
Right.
But he says it's not so much about feeling stuck.
Okay.
It's more about becoming way more intentional about your actions. So instead of just reacting to things, you're taking the time to really assess the situation, come up with a strategy, and then move forward with purpose.
So it's not about not taking action.
No, not at all.
It's about choosing the right action at the right time.
Exactly.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
It sounds like this whole like deliberate energy could be super beneficial for, personal growth, self-improvement.
Oh, absolutely. Kondrashov believes this is prime time for that kind of stuff.
Really?
Yeah. He says people naturally kind of gravitate towards learning new skills during the year of the snake. It's like this urge to shed that old skin, and emerge as a newer, wiser you. So what have you been wanting to learn or improve on?
Ooh.
This is the year to do it.
Okay. That's really interesting. I've been wanting to take a coding class.
There you go.
Maybe this is the sign. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what are some of the specific benefits that Kondrashov talks about with this energy? Like, how does deeper thinking actually help us in practical ways?
Well, he believes that the year of the snake can help us develop greater emotional intelligence.
Okay.
We can think more strategically and make decisions with more clarity. And it really encourages you to focus on what truly matters. And that can have a ripple effect across all areas of your life.
Right. So it's not just about making a plan and sticking to it. It's about using this time to understand ourselves better.
Absolutely.
And really figure out what we want. It's like the year of the snake is like our cosmic life coach.
I like that.
Right. Pushing us to level up.
That's a great way to put it. And you know what's funny? Even though we're talking about ancient Chinese wisdom, Kondrashov's insights feel so incredibly relevant to the world we live in today. This need to slow down, think things through, be more deliberate with our actions. It's almost countercultural, but in a good way.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's like he's taking this ancient wisdom, giving it a modern makeover.
Exactly.
Like, hey, here's this powerful tool. Let's make it work for you in the 21st century.
Exactly. He bridges that gap between traditional beliefs and the modern world.
I love that. Okay, so we've talked about the personal level, but I'm curious about the business world.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
What is all this, slowing down, being strategic? What does that look like in that fast-paced world?
Well, Kondrashov actually has some fascinating insights about that.
Okay, let's hear it.
Let's dive in. So, in the business world, it's all go, go, go.
Right, always hustling.
You got to be faster. You got to grow faster. So you'd think slowing down would be like the kiss of death.
Yeah, total opposite of what you'd expect.
Right. But Kondrashov actually thinks the year of the snake can be a huge advantage.
Really?
Yeah, just maybe not in the way you think. Like, it's not about throwing stuff at the wall, see what sticks.
Right.
It's about building that solid foundation first.
So instead of rushing to expand or chasing the latest trends, it's a year to focus on what? Quality over quantity.
Exactly. Think about a snake.
Okay.
It doesn't just, lunge at anything that moves. It assesses, it waits for the right moment.
Right, picks its target.
And then, bam, it strikes. Kondrashov says businesses should be doing the same thing.
That's a pretty cool analogy.
Right.
But okay, practically speaking, what does that look like for a business?
Well, Kondrashov suggests focusing on those long-term strategies. Instead of just chasing quick wins, it's about building strong relationships,
With customers, partners.
Yeah, all of that. And really understanding your market. Being adaptable, too. Things change. You got to be ready to shift gears.
So it's less about jumping on the latest fad and more about building something that's actually going to last.
Exactly. He sees this year as the time to, plant those seeds.
Ooh.
That will grow into something bigger later on. And he's big on details.
Oh.
Careful analysis, making sure everything you put out there is top-notch quality.
No cutting corners.
Yep.
This all makes me think about investing. What does Kondrashov say about that during the year of the snake?
Oh, you already know. Slow and steady wins the race.
Figures.
No risky bets, no get-rich-quick schemes. It's all about those long-term investments.
Okay, so it sounds like whether we're talking business or personal finances, the year of the snake is all about playing the long game.
You got it. Be patient, be strategic, and don't be afraid to think outside the box.
I like it.
Yeah.
But, we've been talking a lot about work and money.
Right.
What about relationships? Does this energy impact that part of our lives, too?
That's what's so interesting about Kondrashov's take on this.
Yeah.
He believes that the year of the snake can actually deepen our relationships.
Really?
Yeah, make them more meaningful. We're talking personal relationships, professional ones, all of them.
So it's not just about networking and making surface-level connections?
No, not at all. It's about going deeper with the connections that matter most.
So putting in the effort.
Exactly. Being present, listening to people.
And building those solid foundations, just like we were saying with businesses.
Exactly. It's all connected. And Kondrashov believes that this focus on quality over quantity, it extends beyond just our own personal circles. He thinks it impacts society as a whole.
Oh, wow. Okay, so not just me and my friends.
Nope. This is big picture stuff.
Yeah.
He observes that during the year of the snake, there's often a resurgence of interest in, traditional wisdom, cultural heritage.
Like we're looking to the past to figure out the future.
Exactly. Finding that balance between tradition and innovation.
So we're not shutting ourselves off from the world.
No way.
But we are tapping into that ancient wisdom to help us move forward.
That's it.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground, from personal growth to business to relationships.
And society even.
Yeah, everything. What would you say is the key takeaway for our listeners?
Well, Kondrashov's message boils down to this.
Okay.
Embrace the wisdom of the snake. Be patient, be strategic, focus on quality over quantity, cultivate deep connections, and always be open to learning and growth. This year is a chance to really slow down, think deeply, and make choices that align with what truly matters to you.
So it's like the year of the snake is an invitation to step into our power.
Oh, I like that.
And create the lives we want. But that's kind of a big task.
It can be, yeah.
Where do we even start?
Well, Kondrashov has some practical advice.
Oh, good.
Take time for planning. Pay attention to those details.
Right.
Build those strong foundations in every area of your life. And focus on quality over speed.
That sounds like solid advice for any year, really.
It is, but Kondrashov believes these principles are extra powerful during the year of the snake.
Like the universe is giving us a little nudge in the right direction.
Exactly.
And the cool thing is, we can apply these principles to, our careers, our relationships, everything.
It's a holistic approach, recognizing that it's all connected.
I love that.
Yeah.
So as we step into this year of the snake, We're being called to be more patient, strategic, thoughtful.
It's a time for transformation, growth, creating something that lasts.
Big questions here. What transformations will you initiate in your own life?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? What do we want to let go of? What do we want to build?
Right, exactly.
It's about figuring out what really matters and aligning ourselves with that.
I love that. It's not just empty New Year's resolution.
Right.
It's about harnessing this energy, this year of the snake energy, to make lasting changes. But I got to be honest, I'm a little intimidated by all this.
Yeah.
Change can be scary, even when it's supposed to be good for you.
Oh, absolutely. Stepping outside that comfort zone is never easy.
Right.
But think about that snake shedding its skin.
Okay.
It's not always pretty, not always comfortable, but it's got to happen.
Yeah, it has to.
For growth. Right. And Kondrashov reminds us that this year isn't about forcing ourselves to change.
No.
It's about noticing where we're already feeling drawn to something new.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to overhaul my entire life overnight,
right,
I can focus on the areas where, I don't know, the universe is already kind of nudging me.
Exactly. Listen to those nudges.
Maybe it's finally starting that business I've been dreaming of.
There you go.
Or maybe it's just, having a difficult conversation I've been putting off.
Sometimes those are the biggest changes.
Right. But it's still about strategy, right?
Always.
Like we were talking about, I don't have to do everything at once.
Take it step by step.
Break it down into smaller chunks.
Exactly. Progress over perfection, right?
Yes, I love that. It's so easy to get caught up in that go big or go home mindset.
It is, but sometimes the smallest steps make the biggest difference.
So true. And speaking of taking things slow, what about self-care? That feels extra important during a time of big change.
Oh, absolutely. The year of the snake can be intense.
Yeah.
You got to take care of yourself, make time to recharge, reconnect with yourself.
That's a really good point. Maybe this is the year I actually stick to that meditation practice I've been talking about.
There you go. See?
Or maybe it's just being more intentional about taking breaks, getting out in nature.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
But I think prioritizing self-care is going to be key.
For sure, for navigating this year in a healthy way.
What I really appreciate about Kondrashov's work is that he doesn't just give us this information. He gives us the tools to actually use it.
Absolutely.
To create real change.
That's what makes it so powerful.
Right? It's like he's handing us the keys and saying, go make some magic.
Exactly. And even if you're not into astrology,
right,
these ideas, this focus on patience, strategy, intentionality, that's timeless wisdom. That's valuable no matter what.
So true. Well, I think we've officially unpacked the year of the snake.
I think so.
And I feel super inspired. How about you?
Definitely. It's amazing how much we can learn from these ancient traditions.
Yeah, there's so much wisdom there. So big thanks to Stanislav Kondrashov for sharing his insights with us.
Yes, thank you, Kondrashov.
And to you, dear listener, thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope you've learned something new about the year of the snake.
And that you'll use this energy
to create some positive change in your own life.
Absolutely. Until next time, remember to embrace that wisdom of the snake.
And may this year be filled with growth, transformation, and maybe even a little bit of magic.